got the Arrma Big Rock out today and going to do some speed runs. Today we're going to run 2S batteries. Why 2S? Well, I've never run the Big Rock on pavement yet, so I want to get a feel for it first. And figure it'd be interesting. I haven't seen many speed runs for 2S on the internet. Why would you want to run 2S? Maybe if you had a kid or you're a beginner, although you can always turn the speed down to remote control to 50% or 75%, even at 3S. But we'll see what happens. Don't worry, after this I'm going to do many 3S speed runs. I should have 3 or 4 3S battery packs coming from different manufacturers. They're going to collaborate with me. Hopefully they'll all come through. I also have my Ovonic and Turnigy 3S batteries I'm going to run. But today we have an Ovonic 4600 shorty that we're going to put in there. My Turnigy 4200 milliamp hour battery. And this one is 7 years old, over 7 years old now. It's not quite as strong as it once was, but it usually gives me my fastest top speeds of all my batteries on 2S. I also brought along this Awanfi 4600, but this thing's a turd and it swelled up after a couple of runs. So yeah, that one's trash. So here we go. We're gonna run Turnigy and Ovonic today, but this is just part one, and I'll have several more speed run testing videos coming up on the Big Rock, and I'll also put the Traxxas Bandit in these runs, and we'll see how these different 3S batteries compare to one another. Now the Big Rock's not designed to fit a shorty in here, so I put a couple AA batteries right here to fill in the gap, but it'll stay in there well enough for speed runs. I'm not going to jump it or do anything crazy. And you know, a 5000 milliamp hour 2S might provide a little more speed. I have a different testing video I did before, and I'll put a link in the video description where I tested a 2200 milliamp hour versus a 5200 milliamp hour, both Ovonic batteries, 3S, and the 5200 was 4 miles an hour faster just from the added capacity. So, you know, this battery is a little undersized for this truck, but that's fine. You know, if you run a bigger 2S, you might get 1 or 2 miles an hour more, but this should give you a pretty good idea of what to expect at 2S. So first up is the Ovonic 4600, then the Turnigy. The Awanfi, these people, man, they just tick me off. I spent a lot of time trying to get in touch with them, seeing if they wanted to make it right so I didn't badmouth them on YouTube. Never could get a response from them, absolutely no customer service. This battery only had about 10 runs on it tops. It always underperformed, but then it swelled up, and I was afraid to use it after that, afraid to charge it. So yeah, get out of here. We no use for you. So stay away from Awanfi, based on my experience anyway. All right, let's get this thing buttoned up and we'll give it a few rips. Put in the video comment section what you think this thing will do on 2S. I'm guessing based on my Bandit, which should be really close in speed to this Big Rock, I'm gonna guess 33 miles an hour for the Turnigy and maybe like 31 for the Ovonic, but let's see what we do. Okay, so first up is the Ovonic 4600 2S shorty. I got the GPS all cleared out, and let's see what we can do here. Yeah, that's pretty underwhelming after driving all my cars on 3S. So that's all right, this is a good baseline. And if you had some 2S batteries and wanted to run your Big Rock, this will give us an idea where you'd be at, or any of the Arrma 3S vehicles. Wow, that might not even be 30 miles an hour, we'll see. Steering trim needs a little adjusting, but that's all right. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, it's faster than it looks. 33 miles an hour on the Ovonic. We'll go ahead and throw the Turnigy in here and see how we do. The Ovonic 4600 shorty is rated at 50C. The Turnigy 4200 milliamp hour is rated at 65 to 130C. I suppose the 65C must be continuous and the 130 is burst. And let's go ahead and see, even after over 7 years of use, probably only about 50 runs though, if the Turnigy is still my speed champ for my 2S batteries. All right, I have the Turnigy in here. I'm gonna go ahead and reset. Now the Ovonic battery did get a little warmer than my 3S batteries have. I was running it through tall grass, and you know, it's a little undersized for this vehicle. It's certainly not hot, nothing I'd worry about. This Ovonic does provide good run time. The 4600 milliamp hour battery is a true 4600. So here we go, Turnigy 4200's up next, and we'll see what kind of speeds we get. I'm gonna revise my guess from 33 miles an hour up to maybe 35. I don't know why I'm driving it so slow, like this is a crazy 3S run, just a habit. Does the Tindling still have it? Now the Tindling was more expensive. Back when I bought it, it was around $40, and you can't get any good shipping rates directly from what's a Hobby King. The Tindling was closer to $30 and does have more capacity. But in my Raider, my Kyosho Raider, the Tindling, I'm saying Tindling, Turnigy was definitely fast. All right, let's see what we got here. We got 35.2, so about 2 miles an hour faster. So there we go. I'm gonna take this GPS off and keep running it a bit. Next up is 3S. Like I said, I have a Tindling 5200 milliamp hour and an Ovonic 5200 milliamp hour, and I hope to have several other brands to test as well. And I may put some guesses in the video description of what my Ovonic and Tindling might do. I'm gonna say around 50, but we'll see what we end up getting. So yeah, the 2S packs did better than I expected. A little quicker. Again, 35 for the Turnigy, 33 for the Ovonic. Both got pretty warm, but I was running through tall grass and they're a little undersized for the trucks. If you had a 5,000 or so milliamp hour 2S battery, I wouldn't hesitate running it in the Big Rock. I wouldn't hesitate running these again, honestly. They did pretty good. So, you know, if you're a beginner, you just wanted less punch or slower speeds, again, you just cut the throttle trim down on the remote to 75 or 50%. But, you know, just for having fun and not wanting to smash your vehicle up, because 3S could be a little crazy, these would be good. Or if you're going out, want to get a bunch of runs in and you have limited 3S batteries, again, I wouldn't hesitate to run some 2S in here. I don't know if I'll do it again, but we'll see. Well, stay tuned, guys, for the 3S testing. It's coming up. And again, Awanfi, no go. This thing, even when it was new, had around 3,900 milliamp hours, not even close to its 4,600, and had terrible voltage sag and would trigger my low voltage cutoff early on my cars. I won't continue going on and on about it, but I'll post a video in the description of this video where I tested this thing and go into more detail on why it's just trash. It's funny how much slower this is on 2S. Goes right through the grass. Plenty of power. Not enough punch for a wheelie. Not quite. It's actually spinning a little bit. But plenty of power for the grass. Let's see if the Turnigy has enough punch to get a little wheelie going on. Nah, it's just spinning the tires. No wheelies. Hopefully I don't flip this thing because the battery's not in there that well, as it doesn't fit quite right, but we'll see what happens. See how hot this Turnigy battery gets after some grass running. The 2S is so much more controllable. It doesn't have that ridiculous throttle input that it gets on the 3S batteries I've run.